With continuous attack by Russia, Ukraine is still holding the ground. The destruction of life and property can be seen everywhere. But, is this war worth it? Was war the only option for Ukraine and Russia? Yes, it is true that the Russia attacked first, but it is equally true that Ukraine could have avoided this from happening in the first place. Is joining NATO is this much important for Ukraine, that it can throw its people into war, and put the life of innocent men, women and children in danger? Is NATO membership worth the life of soldiers losing their life in this battle? Is it worth the home people left and sleeping in the bunkers and borders without food and water? Is it worth putting whole world in the danger of nuclear war? Putin is out of his mind, but what is Ukraine government doing? And what is so-called superpower countries are doing? Many NATO countries came forward to help Ukraine. But, what type of help? They said they will provide Ukraine weapons to fight against Russia. But, none of them said that they will provide medical aid. None of them said that they will provide food supplies to the innocent people. It seems that they want Ukraine to fight from their side. Did any of the Western countries ask Ukraine to solve matter by dialogues? Or did any country try to explain Ukraine government that NATO membership is not worth the war? Will slamming sanctions on Russia solve the problem? Will it only affect Putin? Like war in Ukraine is not affecting the military only, but the innocent people are also in equal danger. Similarly, putting sanctions on Russia will also affect the innocent people living there. Their life will also become difficult, and not only Russians but people living around the globe will be affected. If European countries will not buy oil and gas from Russia, then they will have to buy it from somewhere else, and this will increase oil prices, and ultimately people of those countries will suffer, who used to buy oil and gas from Russia. The leaders who put these sanctions on Russia, did they thought about the poor people living around the world? The world economy is already affected by COVID, and now this war. If Putin is responsible for this war, so is Zelensky, and all the leader who provoked Ukraine to join NATO. If Ukraine can fight Russia, then it can also defend itself from any other country. Then what is the need to join NATO? On the other hand, why Russia has problem with NATO now? Why it didn't act diplomatically when NATO started expanding in the early years? Was Russia sleeping when NATO expanded from 17 countries to 30? This war is not between two countries, it's the war between leaders. It's a war of ego. Not every Russian want to attack on Ukraine, and not every Ukrainian want Ukraine to join NATO. Some powerful Western countries want to control the whole world, and adding new weaker countries to NATO is also a type of diplomatic invasion. These countries decide that who is bad guy and who is good guy. If they drop a bomb in any country, then it's for ending the war and to establish peace, and if someone else do the same, then it's for destruction. There is a lot to talk about, but a single video is not enough for this. So ending this video here. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and share. Also, please subscribe to the channel.